Hello, Professor Askin. It's me, Prayas. So today, right now, I plan to do the persuasive speech outline video as you said to me to do it since I missed the presentation. You asked me to do a video. So I'm gonna do a video on the presentation. And if there's something wrong, please send me an email so I can fix it. I tried my very best on this, Mr. Askin. So if there's something wrong, please send me an email so I can fix this. I tried my very best. I didn't just fool around. I tried my very best to do as much as I could and fix as much as possible. So if there's something is wrong, please send me an email so I can see what's wrong and fix it, and also make some comments on whatever I did wrong. Please do some comments in my new outline that I made in my argument speech. Okay, so I don't want to take this too long, so I'll get started. My name is Prayas, as you know. So I'm doing a professor speech on why the United States, or should the United States raise the age of majority from 18 to 21. So as if you as so we raised so an 18-year-old be able to navigate college and adulthood without having the support uh, and life in general, support in school and in life in general, like generally in life, as if you as if they lost all their freedom, help, and support they got as a child. That's my attention getter. So now I'll tell the term, topic, question, and preview. Should Congress raise the age of becoming an adult to 21 in the United States? In most US states, children are considered adults at age 18. 18 to 18 to 20 years need more time on their brains to mature. And the prefrontal cortex of the brain isn't completely developed at the age of 18. All right, now I will tell you how the society deals with this problem. One way the society deals with this problem is the way we as the community deal with this is still trying to train our kids to do the right thing and make right choices, like how to make good choices and through a good and true friendship, and how to avoid inappropriate and false friendship. Another way we as the community deal with this problem is still being able to give our children more support. For example, taking them to tutoring for their school or school work and tutoring them uh, uh, working or tutoring them ourselves at home for their work, to help them get good grades in school, on teaching them better studying skills, like taking breaks in between studies, how to organize the studies, how to organize your studies, and how to better understand the concepts. We as the community also deal with this problem by having to take our kids to professionals, professional people like psychologists, therapists, and sometimes sociologists get get them to have better thinking styles, better communication skill, and better social skills. Another way we as the community deal with this problem is, or the society, the community or society, whichever one we like to call it. Another way we deal with this problem is by showing or teaching our kids how to choose the best life partners and best fits for them, by telling them to talk with all the people they meet, understand how they are and how they mostly behave, give, give them good advice on how to start conversation, check to see if they have if their partners or whoever they chose to spend their life with have any criminal history, and try to understand if they will be with you in times of happiness and times of needs, instead of just being with you in times of happiness. Another way we as the community deal with this problem is by teaching our kids the life lessons we as parents learn throughout our lives. How important it is to do well in school, how it might be better to have an educational job, how to treat everyone with good respect, and how to manage stress. We as a community also deal with this problem by keeping our kids from bad habits, like avoiding being on video games for too long, avoiding junk foods on a daily basis, giving them good motivation when they feel down, depressed, and hopeless. So those are basically some ways we as a community deal with this problem. And Yep. And now I will tell you the body or why treating 18 to 20-year-old is in as an adult is a problem. I will tell you why it is a problem. This is a problem because not everyone will be ready to face the world. Like, not everybody will be ready to face the real world at the age of 18. Another reason why it's a problem is because not everyone will have the mindset, maturity, of an adult at the age of 18. We still need counseling, advising, higher studies, still have a long way to go, as I said, etc. This is also a problem because 18-years will start to do whatever they want without thinking if it's right or not, like having bad friendship, choosing multiple wrong life partners, choosing a bad career, etc. Another reason why this is a problem is because people who are 18 wouldn't have the money to pay for things we need to pay when we are adults, like house mortgage, gas bill, electric bill, phone bill, water bill, etc. This is also a problem because young people 18 is a very young age, and if you are an adult at that age, we will face big consequences at a very young age, like arrests and tickets. Another reason why this is a problem is because 18-year-old are still students in school and college, and it mostly wouldn't make sense to call a student, like a school student or a college student, an adult, because mostly adults are people working outside, not students in school and college. Although sometimes we do have some adults being in college at 850 or 850, 40 or 60. Or in a normal range, we don't see those kind of aged people coming to college and study. This is also a problem because parents now wouldn't have the same authority as they had earlier over their children before they were 18 to punish them for bad things they do, or sometimes even to correct them. They won't have the authority. Right. With that being, those are the problems. Now I also get to the solutions. How this new proposal could solve a lot of problems. What problems this new proposal could solve. The first one is financial pressure and career uncertainty. Before becoming an adult was very straightforward. Now it requires a lot more steps and opportunities. And another reason is developing identity and purpose. By raising the age of becoming an adult from 18 to 21, people can get additional help and support, like for people who are convicted of crime or is about to do crime. Instead of arresting them right away, we can maybe talk um, to them. And an example of this is one time in my life when I was talking to a police officer. I asked him, if someone were to put a knife or a gun over me, how do you guys, as a police officer, help me and uh, help me? And the police officer said, we will try to talk to him calmly. If we were to have a crisis, if some of us were to have a crisis, we will get them to a central hospital, like the mental hospital in India. And see this in an example. In India, when people have behave in violent ways, we mostly put them in a mental hospital in these kind of situations, like when they are mentally, when there is something wrong with their minds, or when they do constantly do keep on doing bad things, we just put them in the mental hospital. And another solution it could be other problem this purpose could potentially solve is independence and responsibility. According to results of recent investigation, juveniles, particularly males, don't approach psychological maturity until they are in their 20s. According to criminology and public policy, by raising the age of majority, we are giving more chances of treatment for them. Meaning, like, we're actually still giving them whatever they need. We're still giving them the help and support they're asking for, whatever they want us to do for them. Another problem is, I'm sorry, another solution is health. The age of majority should be raised because 18-year-olds don't get the health problems as an actual adult do, such as high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, etc. Consequences. Now, by raising the age of majority, young people won't face big consequences like arrests, tickets, and fines, as I mentioned earlier in the problem. And the sixth one is trouble and arrests. By raising the age of majority, parents can keep their children from getting into trouble in different places and getting arrested by the police by teaching them how to do the right things and follow the right path. And seventh reason is for marriage and life partners. By raising the age of majority, we will get a better idea of the world, and that will help us when choosing a life partner and getting married. According to the survey found in Medium XLVS, women tend to meet their lifelong partners between the age of 25 and 27, whereas men tend to be closer to 28 instead of being 18. These and These are some of the problems that this proposal will solve, how they will be solved, how these problems will be solved, how we as the community deal with this problem, why this is a problem, how this problem can be solved, and uh, how we can keep our freedom that we have as a child longer with us. In conclusion, with all that being said, in conclusion, these are some reasons why the age of becoming an adult should be raised to 21 in the United States. Why it's a problem, how we as a society deal with this problem, and what problems this proposal can solve. So with that being said, what do you or anyone, what do you personally or anyone else in the classroom think about the age of becoming an adult being raised to 21 in the United States? And that concludes and wraps up my speech. Thank you.